This is the L2C Media Network, and this is after the first half, a recap of all the 1 p.m. games in the National Football League Week 11. Now here's your host, Steve, the Baxman Baxley. Hey, how you doing, everybody? Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, good Lord. Good Lord, it is a ugly Week 11 in the National Football League. Can we get that a bit up more? Thank you. Got to get the whole head. Okay, folks. What can we tell you? But wow. Week 11 has started out ugly. And of course, on the week of Thanksgiving, we got some turkeys, and one of them just happens to be the Detroit Lions. Let's get you up to date on scores from the one-up games. And wow, that's about all we can tell you about this game. About two games, actually. Thank you very much. Right now we got about games still in progress, and as you know, we give you all the action and excitement of every game that we can. So let's get you, okay, let's go for the first final score. And, well, nice knowing you, Matt Patricia. And to Matthew Stafford, good luck on your other team, because I have a feeling we've just seen the last of Matt Patricia, unless they do something this Thanksgiving. The Carolina Panthers, without Teddy Bridgewater, thank you. Without Teddy Bridgewater, they thought the Lions thought they'd have it easy. Nope. Why? Because the Panthers beat the Lions 20-0. Mike Valini of 97 won the ticket. On Monday is going to have a field day with this game. Stafford passed for 175 yards. Peterson had 7 rushing attempts for 18 yards. And Hawkinson, only 4 receptions for 68 yards. Despite no Teddy Bridgewater, the Carolina Panthers smothered the Lions' offense and defense were ineffective for the Panthers. Walker, 258 yards and a touchdown. Davis, 19 rushing attempts, 64 yards and a touchdown. Moore, 7 receptions, 127 yards. This was a nightmare from the get-go, and with their Thanksgiving Day coming up, or Thanksgiving Day game coming up, one has to wonder just if Matt Patricia, the coaching staff, and Bobby Quinn are feeling a little heat. And believe me, it is not a good heat, especially with this fan base and the media in Detroit. 1:11 left to play. The Houston Texans lead the New England Patriots 27-20. The Texans have the ball, 2nd and 8 on their own 27-yard line. You talk about the Lions having a disastrous season. You got to feel for Bill Belichick and the New England Patriots. Their season, maybe Belichick was wrong. Maybe the Patriots couldn't compete without their man Tom Brady. It has not been a good season for either the Patriots or the Lions, but then again, this is the first season the Patriots suck. Excuse me, this is the first season that the Patriots have sucked. Cam Newton, God bless him, he's doing a great job, but still, 4-5. I don't know. They'll barely make the playoffs or not. 3:25 left to play. New Orleans Saints. Oh, by the way, it is now 27 seconds. Nice completion there. Texans. We're going to call this one. Texans win 27-20. 3:25 left to play in the fourth quarter. New Orleans Saints handily whipping the Atlanta Falcons 24-9. I'm going to call this one. Saints win this one even without Drew Brees at quarterback. We are going to overtime in this one. If you thought Michigan versus Rutgers went to overtime, this one is going even more. Tennessee Titans, Baltimore Ravens. They had a little tete-a-tete before the game even started, as some of the Titan players, in fact, all of them, went en masse on the Baltimore Ravens 50-yard line where their logo is, and had their meeting. This did not please the Ravens coach and most of the players. Now we're going into overtime. Titans, Ravens, 24 apiece. We'll bring you that game in. We probably won't be able to bring you that game, but still, we'll get you an update tonight on the final. Washington, who is getting ready to meet Dallas on Thanksgiving Day at 4:00 on Fox. Well, we're going to call this game. Washington has defeated the Bengals 20-19. 2-minute warning in Jacksonville. Steelers over the Jags. We're going to call this one. And as soon as we called it, it is a final. Washington defeated Cincinnati 20-9. Meanwhile, 2-minute warning. Steelers lead the Jaguars 27-3. We are not going to call that one yet. And in a wet and rainy Cleveland, the Cleveland Browns are about to embarrass the Philadelphia Eagles 22-10. So right now we got, let's see, Patriots game is about to go final. Titans Ravens about to go to overtime. Falcons Saints hitting the 2-minute warning. Let's see. Our get the cue card here so I don't screw up at all, which I am. The 4:05 CBS games, Dolphins Broncos, just getting underway, just getting started. Jets Chargers, another 4:05 CBS game. They're getting underway. 2 Fox games, Cowboys Vikings, Packers Colts coming up at 4:25. And tonight's Sunday night game at 8:20 is the Chiefs and Raiders. And wow. And of course, Monday night game, you got the Rams and the Buccaneers. Let's see if we got the previews up and ready for tonight's Sunday night double dip, or Sunday night dip. For Chiefs Raiders, let's put it this way. Chiefs actually have the there it is. The Raiders needed to alter their style when they finally broke through last month with their first win in Kansas City in 8 years. Derek Carr delivered the most prolific deep passing game of his career. Coach John Gruden called for 2 successful fourth down gambles, and a much maligned defense came up with a couple of key defensive stops to outpace Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs and stop their undefeated streak. Pulling off the season sweep against the defending Super Bowl champs will be an even taller task for the Raiders on NBC Sunday night. Carr, who's been criticized throughout his career for being too quick to check the ball down, was as aggressive as ever during the 40-32 win in Week 5. His 219 yards passing on deep throws were 79 more than his next biggest game of his 7-year career as he connected on long scoring strike. Yeah, can't get these. You're born with them. Long scoring strikes to Henry Ruggs III and Nelson Aguilar. as well as 2 other deep throws to Ruggs and Hunter Renfro. The ultra-aggressive approach appeared to catch Chiefs by surprise that day, as their defensive backs seemed to jump at underneath routes and leave room to operate deep. The Raiders' defense is playing its best football in years heading into this game, allowing 14.7 points per game and a 68.1 passer rating. The past 3 weeks, after forcing 5 turnovers and a win over Denver last week, slowing the Chiefs will be much harder, especially since most of the defense missed practice all week on the COVID-19 list. Starting defensive end Clelin Ferrell tested positive early in the week, joining linebacker Corey Littleton on the list. 8 other defensive players were placed on the COVID-19 list as high-risk close contacts, including starters Lamarcus Joyner, Malik Collins, Jonathan Abram, and Jonathan Hankins. Those players could return by Sunday if they keep testing negative, but won't be able to practice all week. And it remains to be seen who will start on the offensive line for KC, with right tackle Mitchell Schwartz and left tackle Eric Fisher joining Martinez Rankin on the COVID-19 list this week. Schwartz also has been out with a back injury. Now, the Chiefs could also be without wide receiver Nicole Hardman because of COVID-19, but his absence should be offset by the return of Sammy Watkins. The former first-round pick has been dealing with a hamstring injury since the early part of October, but he returned to practice before the bye and was involved in game prep this week. The Raiders have gone to a throwback style during their 3-game winning streak, rushing for 190.7 yards per game while gaining only 138 per game passing. That's the second highest rushing total and second lowest passing total in the league in that span. This is the 5th time in Raiders history they have run for at least 150 yards and passed for fewer than 200 in 3 straight weeks in a season. For the 4th time in 5 seasons, the Chiefs will have a bye before playing the Raiders. Kansas City won all 4 of those contests, part of Reed's 18-3 record in the regular season after a week off. The Raiders haven't had a bye before playing the Chiefs since, but then again, it may not be an advantage if they did. They're 3-15 following week off since 2003. Chiefs, Raiders, tonight at 8:20 on NBC. Let's check the Monday night little tilt that we got for you from ESPN. It is the Rams and Tommy Buccaneer. And you may not need a preview for this one because it's obvious the Bucs aren't going to stop till they get to the Super Bowl, which is being played at Raymond James Stadium this year. Now, Bruce Arians doesn't mince words or offer excuses when he talks about Tampa Bay's struggles in primetime games this season. The Buccaneers are off to their best start in a decade in their first season with Tommy Buccaneer. However, they have lost 2 of 3 night games and frankly were fortunate to win the one they did. The team hopes to buck the trend Monday night against the LA Rams, who are coming off an impressive victory over Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Arians tinkled, and he also tinkered with his usual practice routine, working at night instead of the afternoon, and intends to make changes on game day in hopes of avoiding slow starts that contributed to a Thursday night embarrassment at Chicago and a 38-3 Sunday night debacle at against New Orleans at home 2 weeks ago. Tight end Rob Gronkowski said there are no valid reasons for not performing well under the lights. He and Brady were fixtures in primetime games while they were together with the New England Patriots. Now, Brady has improved to 18-7 and 25 starts on Monday Night Football 3 weeks ago, with the Bucs overcoming a slow start before holding off the Giants 25-23 when Daniel Jones' potential game-tying 2-point conversion pass was broken up in the end zone. The Rams, coming off a 23-16 victory over the Seahawks, in which they forced 3 turnovers and sacked Wilson 6 times while holding the Seattle quarterback without a touchdown pass, have been dealing with a bit of a schedule quirk of their own. Monday night will be the 5th time in 9 games the NFC West contenders have played on the East Coast. The Rams are 2-2 with those with losses to Buffalo and Miami and wins over Philadelphia and Washington. Jared Goff rebounded from a poor performance against the Dolphins to outplay Wilson, and the Rams defense limited the Seahawks to 333 yards last week. Now the Rams take aim at Brady and a talented group of Tampa Bay playmakers that includes Gronkowski, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Antonio Brown, Ronald Jones, and Leonard Fournette. Defense coordinator Brandon Staley was a quarterback at the University of Dayton when Brady was breaking into the NFL with the Patriots. The task of preparing the defense to face Wilson and Brady in consecutive weeks is very challenging. Now, Monday's game will be the first in NFL history worked by an all-black officiating crew. Referee Jerome Boger will lead the crew along with umpire Barry Anderson, down judge Julian Mapp, line judge Carl Johnson, side judge Dale Shaw, field judge Anthony Jeffries, and back judge Greg Steed. Beyond that, the Rams offense will be without its cornerstone in Tampa. Left tackle Andrew Whitworth is sidelined for at least 6 weeks with a knee injury, and third-year pro Joe Noteboom is taken over. Whitworth had played every snap this season and 99% of last season's snaps before he got hurt last week against Seattle. The 38-year-old veteran has also been graded as one of the NFL's most effective left tackles this season, both in run blocking and in protecting Goff's blind side. Whitworth had been the foundation of the Rams offense since he arrived for coach Sean McVay before the 2017 season, and his absence could affect everything from McVay's play call to Goff's ability to handle pocket pressure, which already wasn't particularly strong. Meanwhile, Aaron Donald has caused misery for plenty of quarterbacks over his 7 seasons, but the Rams all-pro defensive tackle would love to finally get his hands on Tom Brady. The most successful quarterback in NFL history has never lost to the league's most dominant current defensive lineman, although the Rams only faced Brady's Patriots twice after Donald entered the league. Donald had one quarterback hit and no sacks when the 2016 Rams lost in Foxborough to Brady, who became the NFL's career leader in quarterback victories with that win. Donald also had just one quarterback hit, no sacks when the Patriots beat the Rams 13-3 2 seasons ago in the lowest scoring game in Super Bowl history. If it happens this week, Brady will be the 43rd quarterback Donald has sacked in his career. Those are your previews. Now, let's update the scores of the 1 o'clock games. All of them, we hope, have just gone final. And as we do so, let's do it. Texans defeat the Patriots 27-20. Saints beat the Falcons 24-9. 5:29 left in overtime. Titans lead the Ravens 30-24. Washington beat the Bengals 20-9. Steelers upset in anger, that is, 27-3 over the Jaguars. We got about 30 seconds left between the Browns and the Eagles, and I'm going to call this. Browns will win the game 22-17. And in a shock that obviously no one ever thought of, the Teddy Bridgewater-less Carolina Panthers handed the Detroit Lions a shutout. Panthers beat the Lions 20-0. Both offense and defense of the Lions were smothered by Carolina's too tough offense and defense. This is going to be a fun Monday and a fun post-news conference with the Detroit media. And I can't wait to find out what Mike Valenti of 97 Won the Ticket has to say Monday at 2 p.m. And I know everybody else will wonder as well. Okay, we are coming down to the wire, folks. We're going to, it is now final in overtime. The Titans got a bit of a revenge against the Ravens, 30-24 in OT. And we're going to call this a final score. 29 seconds left. Browns have embarrassed the Eagles 22-17 in a rain that would make Gene Kelly want to dance. For those of you youngsters out there, he did a film called Singing in the Rain with Donald O'Connor and Debbie Reynolds. Look it up on YouTube. that is going to put a wrap on us for our little broadcast here. And I want to thank you all for joining us. I know the hair is messed up, but then again, what can you do with it in quarantine? Anyway, thanks, or lockdown. Either way, I can't wait for this whole thing to end so I can get my hair sheared by a sheep herder I know, or sheep shearer I know. Anyway, I'm taking these off because, folks, that's going to wrap it up for us. We'll see you tonight after Sunday night football. It's going to be a good game. Thanks, everybody, for watching after the first half. This has been a Mystifying Creativity production in association with L2C Media Network and L2C Sports. I'm the Baxman saying we'll see you later. Don't forget, Last Call Cafe, of which I wear proudly the shirt. Tonight we tape at 11, and it drops sometime this week. And 11:30, we've got the WrestleMania Hut with me and Jay. So join me, Jay, and Matt at 11 o'clock for Last Call Cafe. Then Jay and I at 11:30 for the WrestleMania Hut, both on Spreaker.com, your podcast home. And that's it for us. We're out of here. We'll see you tonight right after Sunday Night Football. Adios.